So today we cover one verse in Romans chapter 14. Let's look at verse 13, where Paul says, stop passing judgment on one another and make up your mind not to be a stumbling block to your brother and sister. Now Paul uses the example of meat offered to idols. That doesn't really fit for us today. So I thought, well, how is it that you and I can be a stumbling block? Because we are. We offend Christians and we offend believers. We offend weaker believers. And pretty soon that believer says, you know what? Being an active Christian just isn't worth it anymore to them. They get discouraged. They quit. They're on the sideline now. And it's all because of us. It's all because of us and because we have passed judgment. Remember, we've talked about, we're going to all stand before the judgment seat of Christ, and I'm going to answer for me. I will not answer for you. I'm going to answer for me and how I've lived my life. And so, when we're dealing with someone who is weaker in the faith than us, it's important that we be transparent. That we let them know we struggle with things just the same as they do. We may not struggle with the same things, but we all have struggles. But we like to put on our arrogant hat that says, you know, come see me, I've got all the answers. I can help you out with that. We have to make a decision to follow Christ or not. We hammer people. Whereas, you know, we struggle. I talked a couple weeks ago in a class that I co-teach at church about I struggle with a stupid button on the refrigerator that changes the ice maker from ice to crush to water. My wife leaves it on water all the time. I struggle with that. It still makes me mad. I get all upset and say things I don't want you to know about and do things I don't want you to know about. Well, you know, it's just something that we struggle with, and we all have different struggles. And the point is this. When we're transparent about the fact that we struggle as well, it helps other believers. Like, what? I talked to a friend of mine today, a couple of days ago, that has struggles. And I told him, I said, if I thought anybody had their whole life together, it's you. And he just looked at me and kind of laughed. You know what? It's comforting to know that we all struggle and we're all in the same boat. So we cast that stumbling block in front of a believer when we're arrogant. We say, I got it. Just come ask me. I have all the answers to all the questions. Well, you know we don't. So help and encourage. Come alongside. Yeah, we need to be salt and light, but do it with the attitude that Jesus did. Come alongside and gently help and persuade. Help the brothers and sisters that you know live a life that's more pleasing to Christ by being transparent and letting them know you have struggles too. Not the same ones, but you have struggles too. And help them overcome the areas in their life where they want to grow. Want to read the whole devotional? Go to the link at the bottom of the page and we'll see you tomorrow.